crisis management and contingency planning represent essential components of successful immigration preparation that address potential emergencies, unexpected challenges, and disruptions that could affect family safety, financial security, legal status, or long-term settlement success. Understanding crisis types, preparation strategies, and response resources enables immigrant families to respond effectively to emergencies while maintaining resilience and recovery capacity during challenging situations that may arise during or after the immigration process. Understanding crisis types and risk assessment. Security-related crises in Israel may include regional conflicts, terrorism threats, military operations, and civil unrest that require emergency response, evacuation procedures, and safety precautions beyond typical civilian emergency planning. Understanding Israel's security environment helps families prepare appropriate emergency plans while maintaining realistic perspectives about risk levels and developing confidence in security systems and response capabilities. Regional conflict escalation can affect civilian populations through rocket attacks, military mobilization, and emergency restrictions that disrupt normal activities while requiring emergency shelter procedures, supply preparation, and communication planning. Understanding conflict response procedures helps families prepare emergency plans while ensuring safety during security incidents and maintaining family coordination during challenging situations. Terrorism threats and security incidents may occur with minimal warning while requiring immediate response, evacuation procedures, and emergency communication that protect family safety and enable coordination with security authorities and emergency services. Security incident preparation involves understanding warning systems, response procedures, and communication protocols that ensure effective emergency response and family safety coordination. Military service emergencies affect families with members serving in Israeli armed forces through mobilization requirements, extended service periods, and potential combat exposure that create family stress and require emergency planning for family support and communication during military service and emergency mobilization periods. Natural disasters, including earthquakes, floods, and extreme weather events, may occur with limited warning while requiring emergency evacuation, shelter procedures, and supply preparation that protect family safety and enable recovery from natural disaster impacts. Understanding natural disaster risks helps families prepare appropriate emergency supplies and procedures while ensuring safety and recovery capability. Financial crisis management and emergency resources. Financial emergencies during immigration may result from employment loss, medical expenses, legal complications, housing crises, or economic downturns that strain family budgets while requiring immediate financial response and resource access to maintain housing, healthcare, and basic needs during financial difficulties. Emergency fund management requires maintaining accessible financial resources across multiple accounts and currencies, while ensuring crisis access to emergency funds during banking system disruptions, account restrictions, or international financial complications that could affect normal financial access and resource availability during emergencies. Employment crisis response involves developing alternative income strategies, emergency employment options, and financial assistance access that provide temporary financial stability while enabling job search activities and career transition during employment disruptions or economic difficulties that affect family income and financial security. Government assistance programs provide emergency financial support for eligible immigrants through various social service programs, unemployment benefits, and crisis assistance that address immediate financial needs while providing temporary support during financial emergencies and economic difficulties that affect immigrant families. Community support networks, including religious organizations, immigrant assistance groups, and charitable organizations, provide emergency financial assistance, practical support, and resource coordination that supplement government assistance while providing community-based crisis response and recovery support during financial emergencies. Insurance coverage evaluation ensures appropriate protection against various crisis scenarios, including health emergencies, property damage, legal liability, and income loss, while providing financial security and crisis response capability that reduces emergency financial impact and enables recovery from various crisis situations. Healthcare emergencies and medical crisis response. Healthcare emergencies may involve serious illness, accidents, chronic condition complications, or family medical crises that require immediate medical attention while navigating Israeli healthcare systems and ensuring appropriate treatment access and coordination during medical emergencies and health-related crises. Emergency medical contacts and procedures include understanding Israeli emergency services, hospital locations, and medical emergency response while maintaining current emergency contact information and medical documentation that enables effective emergency medical treatment and family notification during healthcare crises and medical emergencies. Health insurance crisis management addresses coverage gaps, insurance complications, and medical expense management during healthcare emergencies while ensuring continued access to necessary medical treatment and healthcare services during insurance difficulties or coverage disputes that could affect medical care access. Chronic condition management during crises involves maintaining medication supplies, accessing specialized healthcare, and ensuring treatment continuity during emergency situations that may disrupt normal healthcare delivery while requiring emergency medical management and crisis adaptation of treatment protocols and healthcare access. Mental health crisis intervention includes accessing emergency psychological services, crisis counseling, and mental health support during traumatic events or psychological emergencies that require immediate intervention and ongoing support during mental health crises and traumatic stress responses that affect individual and family well-being. Medical evacuation and international medical treatment may be necessary during serious medical emergencies, while requiring insurance coordination, family communication, and medical record transfer that enables appropriate medical care and family support during medical crises, requiring specialized or international medical treatment and care coordination. Legal and administrative crisis response. Legal emergencies may involve criminal accusations, civil disputes, immigration status complications, or administrative errors that require immediate legal response while protecting legal rights and ensuring appropriate legal representation during legal crises and administrative complications that could affect immigration status or legal standing. Immigration status protection during legal crises involves understanding legal rights, accessing appropriate legal representation, and maintaining immigration documentation while ensuring continued legal residency and immigration benefit eligibility during legal complications or administrative disputes that could affect legal status and residence rights. Document security and replacement procedures ensure continued access to essential documents during emergencies while providing backup documentation and replacement procedures that maintain legal identity and status documentation during document loss, theft, or destruction that could affect legal status and administrative access. Legal representation access includes identifying qualified attorneys, understanding legal aid services, and preparing legal emergency contacts that provide immediate legal assistance during legal crises while ensuring appropriate legal advocacy and rights protection during legal emergencies and administrative complications. Emergency legal situations, including arrest, detention, or legal procedure involvement, require understanding legal rights, communication procedures, and legal representation access while ensuring appropriate legal response and family notification during legal emergencies that require immediate legal intervention and advocacy. Consumer protection and fraud response address financial fraud, consumer disputes, and business conflicts that require legal intervention while protecting financial interests and ensuring appropriate legal recourse during consumer protection issues and financial disputes that affect family financial security. Communication and family coordination. Emergency communication systems ensure family coordination and information sharing during crisis situations while maintaining contact with extended family, emergency services, and support networks through reliable communication methods that function during emergencies and infrastructure disruptions that may affect normal communication systems. International communication during crises enables coordination with family members in other countries while providing crisis information and maintaining family support networks during emergency situations that require international family communication and support coordination across geographic boundaries and time zones. Social media and digital communication provide alternative communication methods during infrastructure disruptions while enabling community information sharing and emergency coordination through digital platforms that may remain functional during emergency situations affecting traditional communication systems. Emergency contact networks include local emergency services, community support contacts, and family emergency contacts while ensuring current contact information and communication procedures that enable effective emergency response and family coordination during crisis situations requiring immediate assistance and support coordination. Child care and family coordination during crises involve ensuring child safety, school emergency procedures, and family reunification planning while addressing child care needs and family coordination during emergency situations that may separate family members or disrupt normal child care and family routines. Crisis communication protocols establish family communication procedures, emergency meeting locations, and information sharing methods that ensure family coordination while providing clear procedures and responsibilities that enable effective family crisis response and coordination during emergency situations requiring immediate family communication and coordination. Community resources and support systems. Government emergency services include civil defense, emergency medical services, and disaster response that provide immediate crisis response while coordinating community emergency efforts and providing official information and guidance during emergency situations affecting communities and requiring governmental emergency response coordination. Community emergency response teams and volunteer organizations provide local crisis assistance while coordinating community resources and mutual aid that supplements government emergency services through community-based emergency response and neighborhood assistance that strengthens community resilience and emergency response capability. Religious and ethnic community support networks provide crisis assistance, emotional support, and resource coordination that address community-specific needs while providing cultural competence and language support during crisis situations affecting immigrant communities and requiring culturally appropriate crisis response and community support. Immigrant support organizations including Nefesh B'Nefesh and other assistance groups provide specialized crisis support for immigrant families while understanding immigration-related challenges and providing appropriate resources and advocacy during crisis situations affecting immigrant families and requiring immigration-specific crisis response and support coordination. International embassy and consular services provide crisis assistance for citizens abroad while coordinating evacuation, legal assistance, and family communication during international crisis situations requiring diplomatic intervention and assistance for citizens requiring consular support and international crisis coordination. Professional counseling and mental health services provide crisis intervention, trauma counseling, and ongoing psychological support during and following crisis situations while addressing mental health impacts and promoting recovery and resilience during crisis recovery and psychological adaptation following traumatic events and crisis experiences. Technology and information management. Digital security and information protection ensure continued access to important information while protecting against cyber threats and data loss that could compound crisis situations through loss of essential information, financial access, or communication capabilities during emergencies requiring digital security and information protection measures. Cloud storage and backup systems provide secure information storage and access during emergencies while ensuring continued access to important documents, financial information, and contact details through remote storage systems that remain accessible during local infrastructure disruptions and emergency situations. Mobile technology and emergency applications provide crisis information, emergency services access, and communication capabilities while enabling real-time emergency information and coordination through mobile devices that may function during infrastructure disruptions affecting other communication and information systems. Emergency power and communication backup including portable chargers, backup communication devices, and alternative power sources ensure continued communication capability during infrastructure disruptions while maintaining access to emergency information and family coordination during power outages and communication system failures. Information monitoring and situational awareness involve accessing reliable information sources, monitoring emergency broadcasts, and maintaining awareness of developing situations while avoiding misinformation and ensuring accurate information access during crisis situations requiring informed decision-making and situational awareness for effective crisis response. Recovery and resilience building. Post-crisis recovery planning addresses immediate needs, resource coordination, and long-term recovery strategies while rebuilding normal life activities and addressing crisis impacts through systematic recovery planning and resource utilization that enables effective recovery and adaptation following crisis situations and emergency experiences. Insurance claims and financial recovery involve documenting crisis damages, accessing insurance benefits, and coordinating financial recovery while managing recovery costs and ensuring appropriate compensation for crisis-related losses and damages that affect family financial stability and recovery capability. Community recovery and mutual assistance provide ongoing support during recovery periods while coordinating community resources and assistance that supplement individual recovery efforts through community solidarity and mutual aid that strengthens community resilience and supports individual family recovery following community-wide crisis situations. Trauma processing and psychological recovery address mental health impacts of crisis experiences while providing therapeutic support and family counseling that promote healing and resilience development following traumatic events and crisis situations that affect individual and family psychological well-being and adjustment. Lessons learned and preparedness improvement involve evaluating crisis response effectiveness while identifying improvement opportunities and updating emergency plans that strengthen future crisis preparedness and response capability through experience-based learning and preparedness enhancement that improves future crisis management and family resilience. Specific Israeli context considerations. Civil defense and protected space procedures require understanding Israeli shelter systems, emergency alert systems, and protective response procedures while maintaining emergency supplies and ensuring family knowledge of protective procedures during security emergencies, requiring immediate protective response and family safety coordination. Military reserve duty and family impact during security situations may require crisis planning for family support during extended military service, while addressing family coordination and support needs during military mobilization and extended service periods that affect family routines and require emergency family support and coordination. Missile and rocket attack response involves understanding warning systems, protective procedures, and emergency response requirements while maintaining emergency supplies and ensuring family safety during security incidents, requiring immediate protective response and emergency coordination during active security threats and military situations. Security evacuation procedures and emergency relocation may be necessary during severe security situations, while requiring emergency planning for rapid evacuation and temporary relocation that maintains family coordination and essential resource access during security emergencies requiring community or regional evacuation and emergency relocation. International crisis and diplomatic tensions may affect travel, business, and family coordination while requiring understanding of international situation impacts and appropriate response planning that addresses potential restrictions and complications during international crises affecting regional stability and civilian activities. Special population considerations. Elderly and disabled family member crisis planning addresses mobility limitations, medical needs, and specialized support requirements during emergencies while ensuring appropriate assistance and evacuation capability that accommodates special needs and medical requirements during crisis situations requiring specialized emergency response and accommodation. Children and adolescent crisis response addresses age-appropriate communication, emotional support, and safety procedures while ensuring child protection and family coordination during crisis situations that may be particularly traumatic or confusing for children, requiring specialized crisis response and family support approaches. Single-parent and lone individual crisis planning addresses isolation challenges and support network development while ensuring access to emergency assistance and community support that provides necessary help during crisis situations affecting individuals without immediate family support and requiring community-based emergency assistance and support coordination. Business owner and self-employed crisis management involves protecting business assets, maintaining client relationships, and ensuring business continuity during crisis situations while addressing income protection and business recovery that maintains professional relationships and financial stability during crisis situations affecting business operations and professional activities. Preparation and training, emergency drill participation and family training ensure effective crisis response through practice and skill development while building family confidence and competence in emergency procedures that enable effective crisis response and family coordination during actual emergency situations requiring immediate response and family safety coordination. First aid and emergency medical training provide essential crisis response skills while enabling effective emergency medical assistance and family safety during medical emergencies and crisis situations requiring immediate medical intervention and family emergency medical response capability. Community emergency training and participation involve understanding local emergency procedures while building community relationships and emergency response capability that strengthens community resilience and provides mutual assistance during crisis situations affecting communities and requiring coordinated emergency response and community support. Crisis communication and coordination training develop family emergency communication skills while ensuring effective information sharing and decision-making during crisis situations, requiring rapid communication and family coordination under stressful conditions and emergency time pressures. Crisis management and contingency planning during ALIA require comprehensive preparation, realistic risk assessment, and resource development that address various potential emergency scenarios while building family resilience and crisis response capability. Effective crisis management involves understanding Israeli emergency systems, developing appropriate emergency plans, and maintaining crisis resources while building community relationships and support networks that provide assistance during challenging situations. Success depends on realistic preparation, regular plan updates, and community engagement that creates comprehensive crisis response capability while maintaining confidence and resilience during the ongoing challenges and uncertainties that may affect immigrant families during settlement and integration processes.